Let's take a look at example 2 of factoring trig expressions. We have tan squared of theta minus sine squared of theta, and we are tasked with factoring this. So again, I want to jump to the substitution method. So we're going to replace tangent with A and sine with B. Just like before we did sine was A and cosine was B, same thing. So now, since tangent is equal to A, the tangent squared is going to become A squared. Okay, and since sine is equal to B, sine squared is going to be replaced with B squared. So now instead of tangent squared minus sine squared, we have A squared minus B squared. And now we can more clearly see that we can factor that using the difference of squares. So again, step 2 is just to replace each trig function with its variable. Now we have A squared minus B squared, and we're going to use the difference of squares to factor that. Again, if you need to, you can go back and watch my Algebra 2 videos on factoring. There's a lot of different methods. I'm not going to go over those right now. But this one's simple. It's the difference of squares. Step 3 is going to completely factor and always pull out a GCF when possible. Now, there is no GCF here, but like I said, this is easy recognizable as the difference of squares. It's basically a formula. We know this is going to factor to A plus B, A minus B, so it's something you need to know. And again, if you don't recall that, go back and watch the lesson on factoring difference of squares. It's very simple. So now we have A plus B, A minus B, and that's completely factored. There's nothing else we can do with this. So now I'm just going to replace them back with our trig functions. We said A was equal to tangent of theta, and B was equal to sine of theta, so they were replaced with as such. My final answer is parentheses tangent of theta plus sine of theta, parentheses tangent of theta minus sine of theta. That is the factored form of tan squared minus sine squared. You know, in this particular case, I do think the variable substitution, I would do it myself as a teacher just because it looks cleaner and it's easier to work with. However, if you wanted to just jump and say that this is equal to tan plus sine times tan minus sine, help yourself. Either way is going to get you to the right answer. If you have any other questions about factoring this trig expression, let me know.